For all my city runners out there, these very shoes could be the difference from a burnout and a breakthrough, so stay tuned so you can go ahead and reach new heights in your running journey. So you guys, first off, I'm gonna start off with the best daily trainer in my eyes for the city running scenario. And if I had to compare the Nike Pegasus line to something of cars, I definitely would say it is compared to the Toyota Camry. And you all know that the Toyota Camry is very reliable and you can put lots of miles in them. But with that being said, the Nike Pegasus that I am describing is very reliable, it is very smooth, and can be worn and is basically seen everywhere. But with that being said, the newest Pegasus, I gotta say, it has that full refresh. It's lighter, it's more breathable, and finally brings back some snap with the React X foam. Now, a couple of reasons why it works in the city. I'm gonna first say that it has a very durable outsole, which can basically just handle that pavement and wet spots. You obviously have a very nice cushioned ride, which is not overly squishy, so you don't have to like really worry about having that not enough pushback when you want to go ahead and run at especially those higher speeds. It has that reflective hit for like the more nighttime runs if you just want to be seen. And last but not least, that heel lockdown is better, which kind of equals that less slippage on those turns and tight corners. But if you want something that has a nice bounce to it, I gotta say this next one takes it to a whole nother level, and it makes the sidewalk feel like a trampoline park. So this next one might be for you if you like what I'm saying so far. But here we do have Hoka's secret weapon, you guys. And this one is very bouncy. You have that carbon infused plate, and somehow it is still cushy underfoot. Here we do have a shoe that kind of seems like it may be a super shoe, but it is not indeed a super shoe. It's not a race day shoe. But I gotta say, during those city runs, it makes it seem like you're flying, even if you're weaving in between those Uber rides. But I'm gonna give you guys a couple of reasons why it works for the city. So first but not least, we have the super responsive feel in the shoe. You get a very nice lift off after every single step. It handles those long miles really well, or even those fast pickups if you do want to do those tempo runs. And I also do want to say it doesn't bottom out like max stack racers, and it's also versatile for mixed paces. So I gotta say, if you do a lot of running and you want, I guess you can say, one shoe that can kind of do it all, this may be an option for you. So if you do want to check it out, obviously the links will be down below in that description, and I really recommend you check it out even if you don't purchase. On recovery days, this shoe feels really soft, but I gotta also say, when you also go ahead and speed it up and put a little tempo in your runs, it feels alive, and I gotta say that is very hard to beat. But with that being said, this is the Hoka Mach X, and this is a very good shoe that I really recommend if you do want to check it out. But the next one, I like to call it the Tank, and the reason why I like to call it the Tank is it's basically going to be able to do everything you need it to do when it comes to those city runs. So I gotta say, if you need something that's good for durability and things like that, this one actually might be for you, so stay tuned. This is gonna be your reliable warrior, and if you're running in the rain, stepping on rocks, or jumping on curbs, the Kayano does not blink. Now this is very rock solid, and it has a very nice stability if you are looking for like a better solid platform. It does have tons of rubber, which means you're gonna have a very long lasting outsole for more miles in those city running scenarios. And it does have great heel striking for all my heel strikers out there, and it's for those heavy foot runners, and it customs to them really well. I also want to say you have a new mesh upper, which makes it more breathable for hot days, and I gotta say this is a very good shoe, not even just for the hot days, but just for all temperatures and all conditions. So some runners may argue that this shoe is a little bit too heavy, but I gotta say, if you need a little bit more support, maybe you may be dodging those potholes or things like that, this Asics Gel Kayano 14 is going to be amazing for those type of situations. But now let's say you want a running shoe that is not only good in the running scenario in terms of city, but let's go ahead and get into one that is good in like a wearability aspect and has like that lifestyle ability to it. Let's go ahead and keep it real. Now, if we are running in the city, typically you might be going from a jog to the jog. So with that being said, I have the perfect sneaker that mixes that function, but also that style. So with that being said, On hits it right on the spot. And this one has a huge cloud toe midsole or outsole that equals that very soft landing. You do have a very designed forward type of style and wearability. And I can definitely say you can definitely wear this off the track. You have a very secure upper plus that wide toe box, which equals that comfort and movement, and you have that lightweight ability for how much cushion that you get. So I gotta say, it's basically the whole package. Now this is the On Cloudmonster 2s, and I gotta say, very good sneaker, and it's probably one of the only sneakers I would wear outside of the running scenario. Now we actually do have the Rebel V5 5 coming out real soon, you guys. Drop it in July. So if you do want to stay tapped in and get the latest and greatest on that shoe, I really recommend you hit that subscribe and notification bell so you stay tapped in. But a long story short, on the Cloudmonster 2, I actually have a friend that's one of the best runners in the state, and I gotta say, this shoe has proven lots of great things for him. He uses this shoe on a daily basis, and he has put lots of miles into the shoe. With that being said, this is his daily trainer, and I gotta say, if you're looking for something that has that very nice style and function to it, I gotta say he has definitely proven some validity in this shoe. But now that we got over a shoe that has that very nice style, we've also gone over bounce and also support. What about for my tempo and fast-paced runners? Let's go ahead and get into the race day city runners, y'all. This is gonna be your next heat check, y'all. I'm telling y'all, stay tapped in. This is gonna be one you wanna watch. This is the fastest non-super shoe in the city game. You got carbon rods, you got super lightweight materials, and it's stable enough for the daily speed work. It's very energetic, but it's not unstable. You got a grippy outsole, which is perfect for the quick turns. You got that Light Strike Pro midsole, which is Adidas best of the best, and it has a very quick turnover. And you do have better lockdown than previous Boston models. Now, I gotta say, this is not Alphafly crazy, but I gotta say, if you're definitely running those tempo workouts, maybe on the sidewalk or maybe commuting somewhere, this one is definitely built for that. And this is the Adidas Boston 13s, as you guys can see on the table right here. And with that being said, I did just do a review on the channel, so if you do want to check it out, I'll put an info card right here on the screen if y'all can see it. But with that being said, I have one last recommendation, and I gotta say, this one's not flashy, it is not new, but it might be the smartest pickup for city runners out there. So this is gonna be a very nice budget pick that is gonna be a great all-around sneaker for those city runs. So let's go ahead and talk budget, and I gotta say, not everyone is willing to go ahead and spend $180 plus on a sneaker that you're gonna be putting high mileage on those very rough pavements. Now, with that being said, this one works because you have like a price point, I believe about 140-ish. I gotta say, so it's not too high on the scale. It also has that Power Run Foam Plus, which is often soft, but it is resilient. You have that great step in comfort, and you do have a solid outsole grip, plus that long lifespan. Here you do have the Saucony Ride 18, and I gotta say, if I had started city running, this would probably be the one I would try, simply because you got that comfort, durability, and enough versatility to go ahead and feel things out without going too premium off rip. Now, a quick little recap I do want to give you guys, and this is going to be giving you guys what each of these sneakers should be able to fit each scenario. Now, with that being said, choosing the right city running sneaker really depends on your feet, it depends on the route, and it also depends on your style. So first things first, if you have a need of like an all-round daily trainer, you probably should go for that Pegasus 41, which is the first sneaker we went for. You also do have the Hoka Mach X, which is what I would say is probably best for that max energy return. Now, if you want something that is going to be very durable, I would go with the Asics Gel Kayano 32s. And then you also do have the Cloudmonsters, which is tested. I said my friend tested this shoe a lot. He put a lot of miles in him, and he's one of the best runners in the state. You can go ahead and tap in with this one if you want that style, that comfort. And with that being said, a speed runner is going to be this Adidas Boston 13s, as y'all can see on this table. And then last but not least, the budget-friendly Saucony Ride 18. Now, with that being said, again, all these sneakers will be down below in the description. And I do want to say, if you do choose to purchase, it does indeed help out the channel and allows me to create videos like this at an even better scale. So with that being said, I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'm really trying to give out this game. Now, I gotta say, the final question, you guys, if I had to pick one, I probably would be in between the Pegasus 41s, but also in between the Cloudmonster 2s. Now, it is really close, but I gotta say, the Pegasus 41s, I gotta say, it's affordable. You got that comfort, and I just feel like it's not the flashiest, but it gets the job done. So I probably would go with the Pegasus 41s. But you guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys would pick. But I gotta say, city runs are amazing, you guys, but it does get tough. But I gotta say, if you get the right shoes, it gets addictive. And I'm talking about from like the wet conditions to even like the sunrise commutes. You're gonna have nice views, but with the right gear, you're gonna be good, I'm telling you guys. So with that being said, comment down below what city you guys are in. I'm really interested. Go ahead and comment down below and go to interact with other people in the comment section. And I wanna know what works for you guys. So let me know, what are your current running shoes in your collection currently? And if you're looking for like some race day shoes, I've got a breakdown coming out real soon. And if you want that video, make sure you leave a like. But again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for some more videos, and to stay tapped in with the channel, because I'm telling you, your next PR might start with the right pair. So I gotta say, I'm putting you guys on pairs every single day. So if you want that, make sure you stay tapped in. But in the next video, I have some of these shoes that I presented in this video for y'all. And if you do want to see some more in-depth reviews on like the Adidas Boston 13s and even the Pegasus 41s and a couple of options, check out the playlist right here, and I'll see you in that one.